2, 1, action.
What are your team goals for the season?
Team goals for this season, for the girls lacrosse 2012 season. Our team goals this year are to improve upon last year. Last year we were 3-12. It was a huge disappointment, and I have a lot of returning players, and they really want to improve upon that, and that's very obvious day in and day out. So our goal is to be much better than 3-12.
How does your team look this season?
How do they look? What do you mean, how do they look?
Like pretty?
Exactly.
Good
you know,
looking?
we've been dubbed the hottest coaching staff by a lot of the male coaches.
How does your team's performance look this season?
Our team's performance, okay, I got that. Our team's performance, so we had our first scrimmage yesterday. We did very well as far as cutting and passing, off-ball play. But as far as defense, because the other team was so much weaker, we didn't get a real good showing as far as what our defense can and can't do. So we need to, work on our defense, knowing that we don't have any more scrimmages, and we really have to improve upon that because we're going to have much stronger competition than the Winslows that are out there. We're going to have Ocean City, we're going to have Millville, that are going to challenge us much more than Winslow did yesterday.
What are your strong points this season compared to past seasons?
Our strong points right now is that everybody's healthy. Last year we lost 6 players that were starters to injuries, which contributed to our 3-12 record, severely contributed to it. So I'm happy that everybody's healthy right now. We have a good amount of speed on defense. That is huge. Your fastest players should be on defense, and I really look forward to this season. I think that that's our biggest asset, is that our speed on defense.
What are you most excited for this season?
What am I most excited for? I'm excited that we have a really good, enthusiastic staff, coaching staff. They're really into lacrosse, they're into learning and teaching the players, good, solid lacrosse skills. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is that we have a really good core group of girls that care about each other and that care about getting better at lacrosse and making the mainland community proud of them.
What specifically do you think you're going to change from last year to improve?
Tough question. What am I specifically going to change? I'm not going to put somebody in a position just because they're a junior or a senior. I have a lot of sophomores that are very strong, and they're performing day in and day out, and they're going to step in and take other people's spots.
What team do you see as your biggest competition?
I think our biggest competition is always Ocean City, not necessarily because they're better than us, but because of the rivalry. I think, though, if you remove Ocean City from the whole play of it, I think that Millville and Egg Harbor Township are going to be our biggest competition this year.
It says on the schedule that you guys will play a night game this year. Do you think that will have an impact on the game?
Certainly. Playing on our football field, for one, we're playing a night game there. It's a red, white, and blue game against Lower Cape May. We practice on our football field, but it's not the best field to actually play on because of the way that it's pitched. And there's a lot of divots in it, and it's a much larger field than our typical game field. So I think playing a night game at home is going to be a huge difference for us. I mean, you practice on it, you do drills, but it's not the same as playing a full game on it on a field that large. The other night game that we have is against Egg Harbor Township, and that's on turf. And Egg Harbor Township is the only team in the league that has turf, and that is a huge factor when you're not used to playing on it all the time because the ball bounces different, it moves quicker, the game is much quicker from start to finish, just being on turf.
How do you feel about not having a freshman team?
I don't like it. I wish that we had one. I don't know that we can afford it right now as a school district. There's currently 4 teams in the league that have freshman teams. I wish that we had one. It's a goal that we've set since the first year that we've had the program, and we keep, striving for it each year. So I'm hoping within 2 years that we can have a freshman team.
Can you explain some of your team's fundraisers?
Explain our fundraisers. Well, currently we have 3, and there's a possibility of a 4th fundraiser. And we do cookie dough fundraising because everybody loves to eat cookie dough, whether it's cooked or raw. And our girls do a great job with that. And the next fundraiser that we do, we're trying to appeal to the women, as far as the mothers and the aunts and the grandmoms, and we're doing, it's called 31 bags, and those are these little knapsack bags, these little carry-all bags that you might see your other teachers with, little lunch sacks. And they're great graduation presents, they're great dorm room presents for people that are going off to college. So that's our second fundraiser. And our third fundraiser that we have scheduled right now is the Wing Fest, which is at the Oreos on the Circle in Summers Point. And that is a joint fundraiser with the boys lacrosse team. And that is a really good money maker for us. And all the money that we make goes towards the team purchasing equipment and sweats, t-shirts, headbands, anything like that.
What about the blue and white game?
The red, white, and blue,
Yeah.
red, white, and blue game. That is not a fundraiser for us as a team. It's a fundraiser for the Wounded Warrior Project, which are any men that went out in battle in past wars or that are currently serving. And we raise money through that. And the way that we raise money is every goal that is scored, we get businesses in the community to donate $1 for each goal that is scored throughout the season. At the end of the season, we'll send them a letter, say we scored 112 goals, they write a check to the Wounded Warrior Project, and the money all goes there. We also raise supplies for the current soldiers that are serving, and we ship that out over to them. And the fourth fundraiser that's a possibility is a car wash. There's a new platinum car wash being built by CBS in Summers Point, and we're thinking about, it's something we were going to do last year. We thought that the car wash would have been built there last year. Currently they have one in Pleasantville, but I don't know how people from our district will go to Pleasantville to get the car wash. So we are going to have one, the platinum car wash. Sell car wash tickets there. That's the fourth one.
Did you lose any significant players after last season? If so, who?
Everybody that you lose is significant. What do you mean by that?
As far as playing wise, high scorers or best defensive player.
Well, we were 3-12 last year. So, but that's not a reflection on the people that graduated. Let's see. We lost a significant player that we lost 5 games into the season was Casey Marinsky, who was our goalie. She had been our goalie. That was her 4th year, and she, I think it was her 2nd concussion that she suffered, so we lost her for the entire season, which was a huge impact to the team. But we have a goalie coach again this year. It's the 3rd season that we have a goalie coach. He's been working very hard with our goalies, and I think they're getting up to par to where Casey was. So, we lost Grace McLaughlin. She was a good team supporter. Erica Lopez. We lost Maura Coulter. We lost Jess Figueroa. We lost, but she only played in 4 games because she was either in Mexico or she was hurt. So, that soccer thing.
Who do you feel will step up to replace those players?
No comment. Let's wait and see.
Which players have you seen the most improvement since last season?
That's a difficult question because I have 2 players sitting right here. So, but the biggest improvement that I've seen right now is in 3 sophomores that we have, and they were good last year as freshmen, but they're really, really doing everything right. And that's Kaylee Stangl, Sydney Losco, and Riley Dolan. Those 3 are really doing an incredible job right now. And we have some newcomers. We have 2 seniors that just came out, and that's kind of nice. It's a shame that they didn't come out earlier, that they waited until their senior year. But, everybody has improved. Abby McLaughlin has improved a lot. She played her freshman year, did not play her sophomore year, came out her junior year, and she was one of the 6 that got hurt as a starter, and unfortunately she missed the last 6 games, and she really had a breakout season last year, and it's nice she's picking up right where she left off.
Do you have any new players that show promise?